Hello and welcome. This character profile video is for the class Shai, and what you'll see is all of her skills, the top 8 PVE and PVP skills that I recommend, her skill combos, enhancements, player card, and a gameplay video. So without further ado, I give you the class Shai. Here we go. And welcome to the skills page. If you are new to my character profile videos, allow me to introduce the interface. On the far left is all of her skills. The next column, charges, is how many times you can use that skill. And then the column hits is how many times the skill will hit. And then damage-PVE is the highest percentage damage it'll do against a creature in the world. And the damage-PVP is the highest percentage damage it'll do against another player's character, and then the specials that go with all the skills. So, and of course the passive at the bottom. So first things first, I want to explain a few things. If you look in the specials and where it says super armor highlighted in red at the bottom left corner, it just means it's not applied when you're playing in arena. Super armor won't be there for you, but everywhere else in the game it will. And if you look at the middle of the skills, Yoo-hoo and La La La, all the way over to the right in specials, you'll see recover 75 HP and recover 160 HP. It's colored this way because it doesn't apply in Path of Glory. So just be aware of that. And let's see, I highlighted, the skills, Shu, Yoo-hoo, and La La La, because they connect to the passive. And I will read the passive when we get to the PvP section, but I just want you to be aware of all of this. Take a look, and when you're ready, we'll move on to the top 8 PvE skills I recommend. Here we go. And welcome to the PvE slide. So first things first, I organized all the skills according to the column of damage-PVE, from the highest percentage damage all the way down to the lowest. And the first thing to bring to your attention is the area that's highlighted in green is recommendation. It's 8 skills we could take in to the game at a time. And it's more complex in that you have like 3 sets of 8 you can customize, but anyway, it's always 8. And I want you to be aware that if you look right at the bottom of the green highlighted section to the skill La 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 and the skill Swoosh, those 2 skills have strong potential. If you actually hit with all 7 hits at, say, La 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 is 748.55%, that amount in percentage will be higher, considerably higher than hitting with and a 3, which is 2,310% at the top. So even though the green is recommended, it's single point damage, but I'm encouraging you to consider putting La 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 and Swoosh into your mix of skills and truly verify, I really do hit with all 7 hits, and that really packs a punch. You know, he was right. So I'm not sure if all 7 hits will connect, but it's important you are aware of it. So go ahead and take a look at this, and when you're ready, we're going to move on to the top 8 PvP skills that I recommend. Here we go. And welcome to the PvP slide. So this there's a lot to talk about here, and the first thing is all the skills are organized according to the column of damage-PVP. So the first thing I want to get out of the way is where is my super armor? If you're a person who does PvP, you're going to want to know what skills you have to use super armor, and then after that, what do you recommend? So and a 3, which is the single point highest damage skill you have at the top, is a good choice for your opening move. It knocks them up on the first hit and gives you your super armor. And if you don't know what super armor is, I will cover it in the player card section of the video. It's coming up. So you have that option. You also have round and round. that also has super armor and it stuns your opponent. So these are the two openings you can do. And then the second thing I would do is verify if la 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 or swoosh really truly hit hard. And if it does, then use one of those, and then it's fair game after that. Your third thing you should do is probably one of your hard-hitting skills, and then the fourth thing should be refreshing that super armor. And there you go, 4 out of the 8 skills. You can do it any way you want, but you always want to get that super armor in your rotation to make sure that you always have it. So let's look at the passive. It says use skills 2 times to activate musical genius for 15 seconds. First of all, if it were me, I would do the and a 3 for the super armor and the knockup on first hit. Then the second skill I do would probably be swoosh, because it days on hit and it knocks down on the last hit, and it's 7 hits. If you truly hit 7 times, that is still gonna be very hard hitting. So 2 skills just used, passive activated, it's ready to do more damage. So let's look at the passive and see what we get. First of all, decreases PvP damage received by 15%, increases damage to monsters by 10%. That's nice. Don't worry, the PvE guys out there, it'll just happen, you'll be happy. Now, I have highlighted things in green because you need to see where it connects to what skill. So the increases flow, here we go, effect by 70%. Where is that? That is, on shoe. This is the reason these 3 skills are highlighted in red. After you unlock it, the here we go, it summons a bear at 75% damage to shoe, and it hits 9 times. That's a heck of a bear. So if I understand this right, after unlocking the flow, and it does that, you're telling me the passive is going to increase the bear effect by 70%? So that's worth checking into. And it's also going to increase the flow, feel the music, and that is la la la. And it says feel the music is applied to recover 160 HP to yourself and your allies. Now if you're with your guildmates and you guys are battling, this is very important. If you want to do it when you're in arena, that's great too, but what it's saying is the HP recovery is going to be 60% more than 160 hit points to yourself and your allies. And that is really nice. I think it's in the 250, 260 HP. And if you stack that over time of your battle, that could really add up, among other things, potions and such. So you have that, and it's gold because it doesn't work in Path of Glory. And then it says allies affected by HP recovery get an additional decrease in PvP damage received by 10%. And it doesn't work on you, sorry. And then apply additional 5% critical hit damage to the flow I'm performing here. And that is the skill Yoo-Hoo. So when you unlock it, it says it is applied, it recovers 75 hit points to yourself and allies, and you also get the added 5% critical hit damage when your passive is active. So I gotta tell you, for PvE and PvP, I have never seen a character that Pearl Abyss has created have their passive affect 3 enhancements. It's always been connected to this is what you get, it applies to these skills, but never directly into the enhancement you need to unlock. And we are coming up to that. We will get to the enhancements section of this video. So take a look at all of this, and when you're ready, we'll move on to the skill combo slide. Here we go. And welcome to the skill combo slide. So if you're new to this slide, the way that you read it is everything that's in blue is what you would start with, and then to the right of it is the icon of chain links. What you would do is those skills next. So as an example, this is just an example. If you start out with the skill named and a 1 at the very top left corner, and then you consider doing the next skill of and a 3 or the skill Yoo-hoo, let's just say you choose and a 3 to make life simple, then try evasion. Try evading on your third thing. You're like, but I don't need to evade. Well, work it into what you do, and they're saying after you evade, then do and a 1 again. See, this is how that works. So you can evade and a 1 and go back there, and if you did and a 3 the first time around, consider doing Yoo-hoo and then evade, and then and a 1 and then and a 3 and then evade. You can see how this is the skill combo slide that Pearl Abyss is giving you for ideas. If you truly don't know what to choose and how to fight and what skills to choose, you should be here and you should try this. And over time, you'll get comfortable with what you like. So that's how this works. Take a moment to look at it, and when you're ready, we will move on to the enhancement slide. Here we go. And welcome to the enhancement slide. So if you are new to this slide, allow me to introduce the interface to you. On the far left are all of her skills. On the far right is the branch damage connected to those skills. And then in the center is 4 columns. I generally make it the first, second, and fourth column are things that happen for you, benefit your Shai. The third column, I usually make it that things that happen to the creature or opponent you're attacking. But sometimes it just doesn't work out that way, and I need to use another column because they just give me 2 bad things or too many good things and not a bad thing that happens to your opponent. So that's how this works. Let's take a look. First of all, the first column, everything that says SA in red, you know it doesn't work in Arena. So you unlock all of these enhancements, and some of the enhancements are as simple as just going there and tapping on it, paying some silver, and it's unlocked. That's it. Others have a level, and you need to apply skill books to it to increase, to get the levels up, to unlock. So that's how that works. And looking at this, the other thing is the and a 3 skill. It's like the 4th one down, first column. Again, the heal does not work in Path of Glory. That's why that is gold. You know why I highlighted Shu, Yoo-hoo, and La La La. It's because it connects to the passive. And now we're just down to looking at what the enhancements are for the Shai. And I gotta tell you, she has a lot of stuff, and especially if you look in the middle for Yoo-hoo and La La La, I've been talking about these 2 skills throughout the whole video, how they hit 7 times, and you should consider them and verify that damage is real. But when you unlock a flow, which is another skill on top of that, so you have 2 things happening. Look at Yoo-hoo. It gives you 50% more damage when the flow is unlocked, and you hold the button down for an additional attack. The super armor, yeah, you get it outside of Arena, anywhere but Arena. It does 8 hits. You bound on the last hit, critical hit damage for 10% for 10 seconds to everything. I think it's to all was you and your allies, I believe is why I wrote it that way. So that is really worth, if it were me, I would look to unlock Yoo-hoo and La 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 enhancement as quickly as I could. Especially I would do Shu so I can get my summoned bear. You want to unlock that too, and it's connected to your passive, so you use it all the time. So these 3 things would be what I would focus on unlocking first, and everything else you can see has you know, damage add 60 damage every second for 3 seconds. You got target move speed and target attack speed that happens against the person you're fighting or the creature. And the last column, you have skill cooldowns, which means when you unlock those, you'll be faster, much faster, you know, by 2 seconds. But if you're using those skills, that's what, 2, 4, 6 seconds shaved to make you that much quicker. And that's pretty much it. So just take a moment to look at all of this, and when you're ready, we're going to move on to the player card. Here we go. And welcome to the player card. It is like a baseball card. So all the previous slides you saw is all summed up on this one screen. It's designed so that if you're short on time and you're familiar with my character profile videos and you see a character you want to check out, you can come over to the player card, look at everything, and then say, I like what I see. I'll look into it more when I get back so I can hear all the details and see all the stuff that I like about this new character. So allow me to go through the interface of how this all works. At the top is the top 8 PVE and PVP skills I recommend. To the right is something new. It's called Immobilization. Anything that immobilizes you, meaning stun, knockdown, freeze, etc., to your opponent is listed here as in green, does it happen, and then how many immobilizations do you have. So the skill swoosh is your top one for immobilization. What it does is it dazes on hit and knockdown on the last hit. So if your opponent is not using their super armor, and I know there's that word again, super armor, but I don't know what it means, we're almost there. If they're not using their super armor, you can get the upper hand, use your swoosh. I know it's not one of the 8 skills I highlighted, but you might want to work it in because of the immobilization. And as you can see, every skill she has except for the basic Boomerang mastery and the chargy wargy, that's your heal component. So those two things won't ever have an immobilization, but everything else does. She is very, very valuable in guild fights. She is the one that trips you all the time. So she has a lot to offer. Healing, she's a utility character with good damage. So she not only trips you, but she heals her guild mates and party members, and she also summons a bear on you, and just there's a lot of wonderful, well-balanced things given to the Shai. So below that is all the skills, we covered that, and then the enhancements, and now we're at that moment at the very bottom where you're like, great, what does forward guard and super armor mean? We've never really talked about forward guard, so I'll just go through that quickly. That means incoming damage will either be 0 or heavily reduced. So people with forward guard, they use it and they want you in front of them all the time. If you get behind them, then their forward guard is not going to work. Think of it as a shield in front of them, invisible. As long as you're trying to attack them at their front, it's just not going to happen. But if you can manage to get behind them or way to the side of them, then you're going to see a difference in damage. Now, super armor. This means incoming damage will either be reduced, and the effects that immobilize you, like stun, knockdown, freeze, etc., will not happen for a duration of time. This is why PvP people rotate their skill with super armor all the time, so that you can't get the drop on them and knock them down or freeze them or stun them. And I gotta tell you, it's brilliant and irritating for the person who's trying to stun them or freeze them, but for you, you need to put that in your rotation so you're not frustrated. This is why super armor is so important. So take a moment to look at all of this, and when you're ready, the music is going to change and we're going to go into a gameplay video where we show what the Shai can do. Here we go. And welcome to the gameplay video. Before we get started, let us show you where we're at. We're over here in Balanos, and we are at Kron Castle entrance, and we're here because we like it here. Their CP is this much, and our CP is this much. She's gonna kick some butt. So the way that this works is we'll use our auto path, and when she gets there, she'll fight for about 2-3 minutes, at which time we'll go to town. I'll give my outro and say thank you. So, without further ado, I am pleased to say, let's take a look at the class Shai. Here we go. It's just about time for her to go into town. There we go. Alright. So, let me take this moment to say thank you. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like my videos, please subscribe, like, let people know. I am always making more videos, updating videos, and making sure that this game is as easy as possible for you. And we also learned how to zoom. Yep, there we go. So we'll just settle on a good zoom spot and showcase her. Maybe pull it out just a little bit more. Yeah, that's about right. So let's go ahead and have our Shai give you a good wave and say goodbye. And once again, thank you. Thank you so much. You have a great day. Take care.